How does JavaScript's matches method check element selectors? Imagine you're trying to find out if a specific element on a web page fits certain rules. Maybe you want to see if a button has a particular class or if a paragraph has a certain id. JavaScript has a handy way to do this called the matches method. It's like asking, does this element match this set of rules? And getting a simple yes or no answer. The matches method belongs to the element interface, which means it works directly on any element in the document object model. When you call it, you give it a string that contains one or more CSS selectors. These selectors are the same kind you use in style sheets or in query selectorall. The method then checks if the element fits all the rules in that selector string. If it does, it returns true. If it doesn't, it returns false. For example, if you want to check if an element has the class active, you can write element matches active. If the element has that class, the method will say true. If not, it will say false. You can also check multiple options at once by separating selectors with commas. For example, element matches active highlighted will return true if the element has either the class active or highlighted. Behind the scenes, the matches method uses the browser's built-in CSS selector engine. This engine is very fast and follows the rules of CSS selectors exactly. It looks at the element's tag name, classes, ids, attributes, and pseudoclasses like hover or firstchild. It then compares these with the rules in your selector string. If the element meets all the conditions, matches, confirms it with a true. If not, it says false. It's important to note that, if you give an invalid selector string, the method will throw an error called a syntax error. So, always make sure your selectors are correct. This method is especially useful when you want to check if an element fits certain criteria without having to do multiple queries or write complex code. You can even use it with event delegation to handle events on specific types of elements efficiently. In web development, selecting elements is a common task. The matches method makes it easier to test if an element fits a set of CSS rules quickly and accurately. It's a simple but powerful tool that helps you work smarter with DOM manipulation and web interaction tools.